What's up everyone and welcome back to Dual Mod Survival. I'm here with B.
Hello.
And last episode I left you guys as I was setting up these berry farms. Since then I did finish them and they're going pretty good. Like ridiculously good. So I got 3 of the essence berry farms. I got a iron, gold, and copper berry bushes. Got aluminum and tin. And in the back there we have a few of the Natura berry plants from the nether. So getting lots of different berries. I can actually show you how many we've gotten so far. Like whenever we turn them on with the rituals, they go pretty fast. Like we were at 5,000 concentrate essence berries. I did set up the autonomous activator. I did move it, so there was a little bit of downtime, and that's how many we got in the meantime. And we got quite a bit of the ore berries. So it's working pretty good. Pretty good. So I have another thing to show you guys that we worked on. Since we were doing the moving the XP, we decided it was time to start getting away from these iron tanks that we have. I mean, they served us well, but their time is up. So these are no longer being used. Took the ender tanks off the top. There's a little bit more we can drain out, but pretty much they're out of business, out of commission. But if we head down here now, where we used to have the farm, since it all got replaced, we now have a tank room. And these tanks, these are steel tanks. Like this is the top tier you can get. This is the largest size you can get, which is a, what was it, 9x9 diameter with a 8 height. So that's the largest you can make them for the railcraft tanks. And steel is the best you can use. It took us like 80 blocks of steel to make all these. It was a lot of steel. But these can hold, as you can see, was it 20,736 buckets. So they can hold quite a bit. So filling up our mob essence here, filling up XP over here. I actually moved the autonomous activator to this side, so that's doing the same thing. Just using them. And we also have a room here for our next fluid. So our next fluid is going to set us up for a new mod that we're going to do relatively soon, so probably next episode, depending on how far we get with the new liquid. So you might have seen it at some point. It spawns randomly in the world, and I believe B set up a portal to it. So if we jump through this portal right here, that's nighttime. Where's that? Oh, here we go. Right here is oil. Oh, we got skeletons everywhere. So he made a little platform around it just because it's hilarious. And yeah, so this is oil. Oil is a fuel on its own, but you can also refine oil to make it a ton better. Like I think it's like 19 times better. It's definitely worth doing. So we're going to harvest this fuel. So in order to do that, since it is buildcraft, we'll make ourselves the buildcraft thing to harvest it. We'll make a pump. So just a normal pump. Hey, we actually have one. Then we need some redstone engines. I'm gonna teach it to autocraft these. I could just use a tesseract, but I might actually. Might just be easier. So we don't have a tesseract made. Could put like a lava generator on it and give it infinite lava. There's lots of ways you could do this. But we're going to be moving these around a lot, so I kind of want to make it as easy as possible. So I might just wait for this tesseract to make. It shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, I guess I can start getting ready for making what we can use the oil for. So also in Buildcraft, you can get refineries. So a refinery will pretty much take the oil, use power, and convert it to fuel. So fuel, like I said, it's like 19 times better. I think we know how to make diamond gears already. So I think we should be able to make these once I throw them in. If I can find an empty page. There's also a refinery plus, which I should probably look into. So I'm actually going to want, I think, 5 of these, just so we can process it as fast as possible. There we go, perfect. Okay, now we're also going to want ender tanks. We're using black already, aren't we, B? For sludge?
I believe so. Good luck.
Yeah, I think we're using black for sludge. So I guess we'll just use dark gray. Do that?
Yeah, use black for sludge.
Okay. So we'll use dark gray for oil. remember, if you just use the wool in the crafting recipe, it will make it all 3 colors the same. I like to just use 3 of the same color, makes it easier. Need another cauldron. You're going to want 3 because actually I want more than that. So we got 2 gray. So 1 for extracting the oil, 1 for placing it into the refineries. Then we're also going to want, yeah, I'll get him here in a second. Let's get my tesseract since it's done. Let's head back out, or we're actually going to want a chunk loader too. Now I'm thinking about it. Just because as we leave the pump out there, we want it to keep going. So same thing with how we had our lava power in the nether. We just want it to continue to pump even if we're not around. Alright, so we head up to this oil platform. Need some blocks.
Yeah, I got a stack.
I got it.
Alright.
So we're just going to build a little bit of a area over top of this. So you do want to make sure you go straight down the middle of it, because the way these spawn is they'll spawn like a huge ball pocket in the bottom, and it like shoots out of the ground, which is what we're seeing. So there could be a ton more underneath. We just can't really see it. So yeah, you just want to place it right down the middle because that's where all the source blocks are. So if we place it like so, break all the blocks on the pickaxe is too fast. We'll place down tesseract, say main, set frequency, ignore, receiving energy. I mean, technically we could send the fuel through there or the oil through there, but I don't really want to. That's no fun. I need a conduit. Now that should go. Boom, yep. Going pretty fast actually. Well, it was. It's going. Okay. Really need, I want to be able to fly. 1 sec. Okay. So now we just gotta throw one of our tanks on the top. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, boom. Okay, we're getting oil now. So now this will continue to run, assuming I put the chunk loader down. So let's see how many chunks we're in. We're actually kind of in the middle of a chunk. It will make it a 3x3, or right like that. Okay, that's perfect. So it should encompass, you know, all the oil that we can't see under it. Should. I think it will actually access any chunks that are, or any connecting fluid that aren't loaded anyways. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. If not, it's no big deal. I mean, we'll get most of it. Alright, so now if we head back to our base, try to at least, and we head back down to our fuel room, or our storage, liquid storage room. We actually made another room right here, which I showed, and this is going to be where we refine all the oil. So all we're going to do is, I want another tesseract. Request one of those. Should have made a whole bunch more in advance. It's okay. So we're going to have a tesseract, I guess right here. And on top of that, it's going to be the oil. And then we're going to have our refineries. Excuse me. There we go. Have our refineries there. We're going to want to get some fluid ducts. 5 of them should do. Do that. And I believe if we just give it a flip. Yeah, okay. There we go. So it will start filling up all of them. So now we have the oil in. Now we just need to give it some power to refine it, which is where my tesseract's coming in. It's not done quite yet. But anyways, so one thing I want to mention about this tank first of all is you can see I have 9 drains set up there. So one of the problems we were having is we were running out of mob essence no matter how many additional farms we have. So like we have mob essence farms here, mob essence farms down that way, mob essence farms down here. So like we have a ton of mob essence farms and we were still running out. The problem was that we were producing more per tick than we could export from the ender tank per tick. So what that means is now I have 9 ender tanks up here, so which would ensure that they will empty out 9 times faster. It will use the valves as needed to export the fluid. So that's going to help a lot for making sure we have enough for what we need to do. All right, so Tesseract ready? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, hey, can you make me some yellow wool? Like 8 of them. Or, no, 10 of them. Alright, so pop down our Tesseract here. Want him to only receive energy, just so he doesn't mess with the oil. Set him to main, activate. And then we're going to want to have some conduits.
There you go.
Just throw it in the system.
Alright.
So that should power them. Now you can see that they're going to go. And look, they're producing fuel. So that's pretty good. I mean, they will produce it, not super quick, but quick enough. Like I said, I might want to try out the Refinery Plus. Just because I haven't used that. We'll see. We'll see. We've got to make sure it works first of all. So yeah. So that's going to produce our fuel. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get some more cauldrons first of all. So we're going to want, we want 9, 10, we have 2, so we want 8. Then we're going to want ender tanks. We want yellow wool. Boom. So we want 10 ender tanks. Seems like a lot, but it's worth it. Might actually be unnecessary, but who cares? We have all the resources, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to dig underneath all these. And we're going to get some, oops. Of course I broke it. Get some more fluid ducts. We're going to want 6 of these. Oops. And we want 5 servos. So now we can do that. We're going to place a servo. And we're going to wrench it. Like so. Alright, so now it should be exporting. Boom, 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 boom. There. Servo, wrench. Oops. Let me down. You, servo, wrench. Okay, so now it's all exporting, all the fuel. It's populating the fluid ducts right now. Now if we put down another fluid duct, then we're going to put one of our ender tanks here. There we go. So that will start collecting all the fuel. And then this fuel we're going to place into this tank. So just to show you how I have it set up for the other ones, pretty much I just came up here, broke some blocks, so I can access all 9 of these. And then what I did, all you gotta do is put one on each of them, turn them all to export. You quickly see they're all draining super quickly. These ones are kind of hard to reach, but you can get them. There, there, there. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Now, anytime we get fuel, it should pick one of the valves and automatically export into the tank. Oops. Okay, so now, there we go. So we should start collecting a whole bunch of fuel. We might set up a few more of the pumps to collect oil, just because the more oil we have come in, the faster we can, or the more we'll have to process. Some of them are keeping up. Like this one's already out of oil. But yeah, see, look, our thing's struggling to keep up. So we're definitely processing it faster than we're collecting it. So, like I said, we might go make a few more pumps to collect some more oil. And yeah, so we'll watch this for a little bit and we'll be back here in just a moment to see how it's doing and see if we're ready to start using it. Alright, so we did decide to upgrade some of the refineries, so it actually takes a ton of resources. Then we click go. Now that should actually take quite a bit of time, even with all these cool looking lasers here. Yeah, it's going to take a while. So while that's going, we actually ran into a bit of a predicament. So we went and we found some more oil, and while we were getting them set up with the pumps and all that, we ran out of obsidian for chunk loader. So we're like out of obsidian, which is kind of bad. I mean, you could do an igneous extruder and, you know, create obsidian with a lava from the nether, but that doesn't last forever. So I'm going to set something up. Let me show you guys the oil that we found. There's one there and there's one out there. It was a rather large one. See if it loads up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so you can see it was a rather large geyser. So yeah, so we're getting a lot more oil, but they're not chunk loaded yet because we are out of obsidian. So I have a solution for it, and I think it's a pretty cool way to gather obsidian. If it works the way I think it's going to work, it should be extremely efficient. So we're going to need a transition plane. Let me craft one of those real fast. Hopefully really fast. And let's head down to our blood magic area, one of them. And behind the unbinding room, which still isn't decorated, shots fired, we're going to place a ritual. So here, we're going to make ourselves the ritual. Let me find it. Not magnetism, crusher, no, 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 no. Come on, where is that? There, Serenade of the Nether. So this is a, you know, pretty basic ritual. It's, you know, works pretty easily. It's actually only that big. Yeah, not very large at all. And what it does is I'm actually going to activate this one. There's my activation crystal. Activate it. Spawns lava. That easy. Oh. So we want this, contain this real fast before lava starts going everywhere. Yeah. So hopefully my transition plane is done now. You have a couple extra ME cable B?
Yeah.
Toss it on the ground for me. Just toss it. Cheers. Okay, so now what we can do, I actually might need you to reroute your cable so I can turn this off. Or no, that's fine. No, because I have a different way to turn it off. So now what we can do is if we run some cabling up this way, up here, we're actually going to, see, I need one more thing real quickly. Just need a bucket of water. So I should have water right here. Okay. So now what we can do, and don't decorate that for now. It's gonna be moved. So now what we can do with this is, this isn't the final way it's gonna be made, but just for demonstration, you can have our water here-ish, and all we should have to do is once we place that down, is if we break that, should keep going. It's supposed to keep going. Alright, might have to play with it a little bit. Alright, we'll be back here in just a moment, and the refiner is going to keep making some progress. Sorry, we're back. Alright, so we're back. If we look how much obsidian we have 186. That's just for me testing this. I made it look pretty cool. Like, it could have easily been a lot more ugly than this is, but I worked out some kinks in it, and I think it's working pretty good now. So we have 186. I'm going to turn it on. Water goes. Lava turns to obsidian. Instantly taken in the system. So this was like, what? Maybe not even 10 seconds. Turn it off. How much obsidian are we at now, B?
Almost 400.
Almost 400. This thing creates so much obsidian so fast. Yeah. It does use LP every time it spawns lava though, but I have plenty of LP, so I'm not too worried about it. I think it's really cool. Did you see it work? Did you see it work, B?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just for show. Mm-hmm. So good. So good. Alright, so that is our obsidian generator. Alright, so it did take some time for me to get that set up, so I'm hoping that our refinery is done. If it's not, we have a problem. So let's head back over to our laser room. Okay, good, it's done. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the champ mover. Hopefully I remember how to do this. I think it was just like this. Just start transferring over all the efficiency, all the unbreaking. Nice. So I'm probably going to need to do that again. So we only went with one for now. I might do more later, but we're kind of out of diamonds. Like, we have 1 diamond. Like, it's bad. So we might have to come up with a solution for that. But meanwhile, let's see how this goes. It keeps getting more and more fuel or oil. Hard to tell. It's hard to tell because it automatically gets exported instantly. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll go off the assumption that it's working. Alright, so that's producing us all our fuel now. So as you can see, we have 311 buckets. That's a pretty good amount. So we're going to be using this probably next episode because we're kind of at the end of this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We got tons of fuel going now. Refineries rolling. We'll probably upgrade these as we get a chance. It's not hugely important to do it right this second because there's going to go eventually. So yeah, so that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode, come back starting with a new mod. We'll be using some fuel, obviously. That's why we got set up. So be excited for that. So until then, we will see you guys next time. See you.
Yeah.